Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. I'm recording this video after day 2 of MSI before day 3 gets kicked off. And obviously, MSI has been really fun, really exciting. I love the international events for League of Legends. I wish there was more. Not exactly the best start to things if you're a North American fan, but hey, we beat Osh. We got our first win. We're on the board. We are 0-2 against EU, but still 2 more chances to beat them in stage 1. Hopefully we get at least one of those games. And if not, we get 2 more chances in stage 2 as well. Because it does look like EG at least should be making it out of these groups. But in this video today, we're talking about more drama, more controversy coming out of MSI. One of the most just drama-filled international events we've ever had, and it just seems like there's always another story around the corner. And today we're going to be talking about a good one. But first, a word from today's sponsor, and that is Prize Picks. This is daily fantasy made easy, a really, really awesome website and app that you can get in the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store. You pick your favorite stars, choose your over-under, and watch your players win. And yes, they have League of Legends esports, and they are offering games and prizes for MSI. Some of the picks I'm making for day 3, the games, I have Farfetch over 6.5 total assists against PSG Talon. I don't think PSG Talon's looked that great, so I could see Farfetch, potentially racking up some assists, and I don't know, 6.5 seems low to me. And then I also have Carrier over 11.5 assists against Detonation Focus Me. T1, they've looked so good. Carrier is a monster. 11.5 assists is a ton, but I think he's going to do it. If you want to make some picks of your own, check out the first link in the description below. And Prize Picks is actually going to match your first deposit up to $100 for new users. That's a really awesome deal. Thank you to them for supporting me, and hopefully you guys go check them out and support them as well. With that being said, let's get right into this. And yeah, I don't know. There's been, like I said, a ton of drama and controversy. This is the latest. EG's draft coach is stuck in quarantine. Now, this was 2 days ago. I believe this was posted before the EG-G2, the very, very first match on day 1. I'm just now getting to the story, just now covering it, because more and more people have started talking about it, more and more people have started realizing it, and especially as more and more stuff has come out about RNG and China and the LPL and all this, the story, I think, gets even a little bit crazier. But this is what we got on Reddit a couple days ago. They said, in EG's Discord, they did say that their lead draft coach is stuck in quarantine until at least the last day of groups. And here is the message. This is from Evil Empire. Let me make this a little bit bigger so you guys can maybe actually see it. I got to make sure I'm not covering up. Okay, I'm not covering up. He says, just to inform y'all, our strategic coach who usually leads drafts is still in quarantine. I think he'll be back on stage on the last day of group stage, but can't confirm yet. And obviously this just sucks. I mean, this is a pretty horrible situation. One thing that kind of sucks about all this is we don't have all the details. We don't know why he's stuck in quarantine. Did he test positive? Was there an issue? Did he get in late? What's the issue going on here? Why is he stuck in quarantine? What happened to him versus everyone else? It's just a lot of speculation. I don't think we've heard yet. I haven't seen it anywhere yet. I tried checking Twitter. I tried checking Reddit. I'm not in the EG Discord, so I don't see everything, but I do my best to see as much as I can. And I didn't really find anything out. But that's kind of what's going on. They're potentially not going to have their lead draft coach until the last day of the group stage. I'm assuming that's the group 1 group stages. And this is kind of a big deal because this is how EG has run things for all of spring. And this is a guy who helped them with all their drafts through the spring playoffs. He was a big part of their 11-game win streak and coming into MSI hot and winning the LCS title because EG... Peter Dunn doesn't do things, I think, like a lot of other teams do. A lot of other teams, yeah, they have strategic coaches and they might have a main coach that helps with draft and stuff like that. But there's a lot of teams where the head coach is like the main guy for draft and stuff like that. And that's not how EG is. Peter Dunn doesn't do, he sees the head coach or whatever his position. I'm not even exactly sure what they call it. He sees his position a lot differently than maybe some other teams. And obviously he's had a ton of success in his career and the systems he has in place are working really, really well. But this probably hurts EG a lot more than it would hurt other teams to not have, one of their assistant coaches or one of their draft coaches or whatever. And it gets even worse when, hey, day 1, EG, people would say, kind of got out-drafted pretty hard by G2 in that game. Yes, there was a surprise Anivia pick that I'm sure EG wasn't totally prepared for and maybe caught off guard for, but I think overall people would say, EG got draft gapped pretty hard in that one and then ended up getting beat pretty handily on the Rift as well. G2 maybe tried to throw it a little bit. We also have, edit. They didn't say whether or not he was able to draft remote or not. And then we got this, Peter Dunn confirming that their draft coach cannot draft from the hotel. Peter Dunn on Reddit here, he says, it's true. So he is the EG head coach. That is his position. They said, it's true. Rigby is in quarantine until the end of groups. This says the end of groups. So maybe that means day one or the last day of groups. Maybe that means he's going to miss all of groups. I'm not exactly sure. He says he cannot draft from the hotel. And he said, whilst Rigby is an important part of the team, this is not an excuse for anything, which I think is an awesome statement for him to make. He said, we have 5 players and several other members of the staff here. G2 got us with the Anivia today, and we didn't know how to play against it. Same as C9 got us week 1 of the LCS with Soraka mid. So, hey, I mean, these surprising picks are always hard to plan for, especially in best of ones, which are super, super volatile. Maybe this is a best of 5. They could have went behind the scenes, actually talked about things for a couple minutes and developed some kind of game plan and strategy. But yeah, in best of ones, you can surprise people. You can cheese people, for lack of a better word or whatever. He says MSI is for learning, and only Impact was playing pro the last time Anivia was meta. We learned the lesson, study some VODs, and come back stronger next time. And I think that's a great approach. I really love the statement from Peter Dunn. But what a lot of people have not loved is, as I started to think about this more, like, yes, this sucks for EG. Yes, it's a horrible situation. But why is he not allowed to draft from the hotel? Why is he not allowed to draft remotely? What is going on? Is this he's not able to draft remotely? He just says he can't draft from the hotel. Is that Riot's not allowing it? Is that some kind of issue? Is he sick? Is he having problems? Again, we don't know exactly what's happening with this quarantine, but a lot of people have taken this and ran with it about Riot won't let him draft from the hotel or some kind of issue. And that leads people to say, like, hey, a ton of accommodations are being made for the LPL. They're not having to wear the right headsets. They're not having to have a referee. They're getting to make everybody play on ping. And EG can't draft their coach can't draft from the hotel. Like, he can't even help out at all. He can't call in. He can't be remote, anything like that. I don't know. That's kind of the latest controversy that a lot of people are talking about. And again, I don't know exactly if we've gotten more answers about this. Like I said, I've been trying to find stuff, and I don't think I've gotten a great answer, and I don't know if anyone's heard a great answer. I haven't watched all the broadcasts. It's at like horrible times for me and stuff like that. I've been trying to keep up to date on the games and everything as much as I can, watching highlights, all that stuff. But this is something that I've seen a lot of people talking about, and a lot of people kind of getting upset and mad about, and it just potentially, if it is Riot that's not letting him, if that is the problem, that Riot has denied him the ability to help with the draft remotely, that's another black eye for a lot of people in a lot of ways. Now, maybe there's a good reason. Maybe this is very, very fair, but a lot of people are going to, continue asking questions of, hey, you are bending over backwards for RNG. You are bending over backwards for the LPL, not only, with a lot of things going on in this tournament, but even leading up to this tournament, even, made every single accommodation for them in the world. And for whatever reason, EG's draft coach, who is very, very important to the staff, like I said, this is different than a lot of other teams. This is a guy who matters a lot to them. And yes, Peter Dunn says, hey, we have other people, we have other players who can help out. It's not an excuse. And I love that the team and the players and the coaches don't want to make excuses. But hey, us fans, us North American fans, we can make excuses. Like, this guy would probably help. This guy would probably help out. And at the least, it would be the best version of EG. Maybe EG would still suck. Maybe they'd still lose to G2. Maybe G2 just going to totally outclass them. Maybe Caps would still clap them up. Like, hey, that's very, very fair. I'm not saying that if they had their draft coach, EG would win. I'm just saying this is MSI. This is supposed to be the pinnacle of international League of Legends at the very, very highest level. I want to see the players playing on normal ping. I want to see all the players, all the best teams, with your full coaching staff, with your full lineups, with your best drafts, all that stuff. And this is just another way that MSI, yet again, is not providing that for us. Now, I will say on the bright side, Stage 1 in the current MSI format does not matter at all. As long as Evil Geniuses ends up beating Osh, getting out of groups, Stage 2, everything's going to reset. We're going to be back to normal. And it sounds like the draft coach should be past his quarantine dilemmas after all that. So we will get these rematches. EG will get to play G2 again with their new coach. Not with their new coach, but with their full coaching staff. And maybe in some ways this will help. Maybe EG is going to get to hide some strategies or hide some drafts or, be able to surprise G2 with maybe some picks of their own once our head draft coach gets back there. So it has the potential to be good, but it also sucks that they're not getting to, practice the full strategies and full drafts and everything that they might want to do. And their coach isn't getting to be up on their on stage with them. And maybe this is affecting them in some way. But you throw this on top of all the ping issues, all the RNG, China, LPL controversy, all this stuff. just another kind of weird situation. At the very, very least, it's still just disappointing news for EG. Again, whatever's going on with this guy right now, whatever's happening, I just wanted to at least report this and get this news out to you guys that, they are missing one of their draft coaches. So maybe take everything with a little bit of an asterisk. I think people were more happy and more impressed with EG's draft in game 2 against G2, but obviously it still wasn't enough. So maybe this whole point and this whole argument is largely mute, but we don't know for sure, and that just kind of sucks. So at the very least, it's some bad news for G2 or for EG that things are going like this. But at the most, it's potentially some more drama, some more controversy, and some more questions that people are going to be asking to Riot about what the heck is even going on? What is this event? What is this tournament? What are we doing here? But that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. I mean, drop a like if you did enjoy it. I would appreciate that so much. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about this whole thing. Do you think Riot should have, made some accommodations to let this guy help out with the draft? Do you think we need to know more about the whole situation? Do you guys have any thoughts and opinions? I don't know. I'd love to hear it. Subscribe, stay up to date on all my latest content. Consider checking out Prize Picks. First link in the description below. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.